Bellator.
Hello, hello. Welcome to Bellator Live here from the studio in North Cyprus. My name is Micah Theard, and I'm sitting here with
Ray Vidrio. How are you? Want to welcome everyone here, especially want to welcome the guests tuning in for the first time. Someone thought enough about you to come out and check, in my opinion, one of the greatest financial opportunities going on right now, and we're going to go over some powerful, no-nonsense information tonight.
And I'm looking at the screen here, and the room is filling up. So as usual, we have a full house, which is amazing. And that kind of brings me back to, when I was starting to, do these home-based businesses. And part of that was, inviting people to a presentation to show what it was all about. And that meant that I had, to travel across town to some place where they were doing it.
Remember those?
Yeah. And then you had a guest booked for that. So you spent, that was your Thursday night.
Yeah.
And then you'd get there.
Because they taught you, they'll show up 100% of the time if you pick them up. So I remember my evenings would start around 3:30, 4 o'clock to start my journey
So
in Southern California. I mean, with traffic,
right.
Jesus.
And so even with that, Ray, there's people and that were making, really, really amazing profits. And it goes to show you that even in that environment, the success was there. But what we are showing today, which is an amazing thing, is that we have a business that is without borders. We can reach all over the world instantly. We can also pay commissions the same day instantly.
Everything has speed now.
Yeah, so we have a digital product, which takes seconds to deliver. We have a payment system that takes seconds. In my first business, I waited, every month there was a check being mailed to your mailbox. So what I'm saying here is that all of that cuts out valuable time so that the people that are working with us, they can maximize what they're getting from the time that they spend with us.
Even the other night, we had somebody that did one Zoom with you, and I had over 120, 130 people?
Something people on that one.
On that one, and they were from around the world.
Yes. And they had a network, and that network obviously responded to an email or an invite. But actually, that day they had 45 people who registered with Bellator. And, what it would have taken back then to do that.
No. Months,
imagine that,
months
right?
to expose them globally. And
yeah.
I mean, I'm aging myself, and I said I used to mail out a VHS cassette on the opportunity and mail it to Europe, mail it to Africa, mail it to Germany.
My God,
that was my long distance pack going out.
Yeah, and here we are in Cyprus. In the company that we're about to talk about, it is the studio that they do their broadcasting from. And so that's just one of the companies that's part of this opportunity. And, the name of our marketing company is Bellator. And that is a very young company, but it's working with a company that's been in business for 8 years.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about that and share this opportunity and what it is. So I'm going to go up to the screen here so I can kind of do my thing, Ray. So again, my name is Micah Theard. I am CEO, founder of Bellator. And Bellator is a sales and marketing company. We represent digital products, and we also provide an opportunity for people to represent those products. So let's go here to
The information provided does not constitute financial advice, investment recommendations, or an endorsement of any investment strategy. Investment involves risk, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Always conduct thorough research and seek the advice of a qualified financial professional before making any investment decisions. Any reliance on the information provided is at your own risk. We do not guarantee the accuracy or completeness of the information and disclaim any liability for any direct or consequential loss arising from any use of this content. Remember that all investments carry risk, and you should be aware of your risk tolerance and financial situation before making investment decisions. This presentation includes general information only and does not constitute financial advice. Please consult a qualified financial professional before making any investment decisions. The following content is protected under copyright law. Please respect these terms to ensure compliance.
So let's talk a little bit about the blockchain, the industry of blockchain, the industry of digital money. When I started in 2015, it was from me hearing about someone who was sharing that they preferred to take payment in Bitcoin when they did their consulting for international clients because it was easier. So when I heard that, my thought was, here's someone who prefers something other than money to take payment, and I need to know what that is. I started to do research, and the more I read, the more videos I watched, the more interested and more intrigued I became, and then I became passionate about this industry. And I started to, buy some Bitcoin. I bought some Ethereum. And that was when, Ethereum was $7, Bitcoin was $450. And today, Bitcoin is over $100,000. And then some people could say, well, that train has left the station. But when you think about it, it's only the beginning because the future is a future where we don't even have banks. The future is when all transactions happen on the blockchain. And so when you think about it, you look around, that hasn't happened yet. And that presents an amazing opportunity for those who take that step and get involved today. As a company for Bellator, we have a goal and we have a projected target of reaching 100,000 members in the next 12 months. We believe that'll produce over $100 million in revenue, and out of that, there'll be $30 or $40 million paid out in commissions to our partners. So it is a marriage, and it's a beautiful marriage between two companies. Bellator is a ground floor opportunity for us. Miracle is a stable, 8-year-old company that has over $60 million invested in its infrastructure and technology. And with that marriage is, I believe, the most incredible opportunity that I've ever seen, and I think that has ever existed, especially when you're talking about crypto and network marketing. So here is a shot of Miracle and what it is. So I'm going to kind of take everyone through that a little bit. Actually, Miracle was founded by a man named Hakan Torahan, and he has over 2.5 decades in banking, and his original dream was to actually own a bank. Then he saw the blockchain, and he saw that that was the missing puzzle to some of the ideas that he's had in his banking career, and he saw, with the blockchain, I can create something really amazing. So he started this journey by investing over $3 million in over 3 years in building what's called a core banking system, also known as a switch. And then around that core banking system switch, he built these logical, sensible products. One is called Miracle Pay. Another one is actually physical locations, stores, where people can walk in and transact crypto to cash and cash to crypto. Miracle is now the only company in Europe that has the ability to do that through a license. And that one first store is in the heart of Amsterdam, and it's open today. And if people understood what it takes to actually do that, that right there is 100% proof that Miracle Cash and More is not only a real company, but a company that's pioneering this industry. They also have, additional products like ATM software and also a software for point-of-sale transactions. And with that, they are now set to actually expand through 27 countries in Europe. They're already established in over 7 countries in Europe. And as you see these flags here, you look at Portugal. Portugal is where the holding company is, and there's 22 Miracle companies underneath that holding company in Portugal. There's another big part of the blockchain industry now. It's called decentralized finance. That is finance that is happening without a central company. It is finance that is happening through something called smart contracts. And that's big software platforms that bring people together across the world so that they can actually exchange their cryptocurrency with each other. And one of the divisions that Miracle Cash and More is expanding into is that decentralized finance, and there's billions of dollars being traded on every single day across the world in that division. Another big part of this is that Miracle is about to do a reverse merger with a company called Bellator. Bellator is a Nevada-based OTC company that trades on the NASDAQ. That is happening very soon. Here are some of the brands that Miracle is proud to have. You have your Miracle Media, which is the studio that we're in here today, Ray. We have the decentralized finance, which is called Leveler, which is soon to be Miracle Swap. You have Bellator, of course. Then you have Phoenix Hera, which we're going to talk about today. And you have Miracle Cash and More and Miracle Estates. So let's start with the first revenue generating company or project. So Bellator is representing a product that we know as CPU nodes. CPU nodes is powering the transactions that Miracle Cash and More is doing through Web3. So you have your switch, then you have your CPU nodes. Now, Bellator is marketing those nodes, and people are buying those CPU nodes, and once they buy them, they start receiving passive income every single day, and it's scheduled to never end. Now, one of the projects is called the Phoenix Hera. That is the world's first crypto casino. Now, crypto casino is not just brick and mortar land-based, it also has a license to be online. That is the first revenue source for the CPU nodes that our customers and partners are acquiring and buying and representing through Bellator. Now the CPU node, very simple. Someone purchases that node, and then it actually becomes part of the wallet that people have. And then every day there's a disbursement of funds from the fees being charged in the businesses that Miracle is doing. Now there's an 80-20 split where 80% of those fees goes directly to the owner of the CPU nodes and 20% of those fees goes into our compensation plan. Here are the two sides of the revenue that's coming to the CPU nodes. Now we discussed the online gaming and the brick and mortar world's first casino, but also a company called Miracle Pay. Now, when you're in retail places or you're on a website, either buying a product or subscribing to a service, usually you're paying through the traditional system, Visa, MasterCard, or Apple Pay. Now, what's coming, and it's coming fast, is a way for people to pay for that using crypto. Now, when they do that, they need an infrastructure, they need a system to do that. And Miracle Pay is that system that allows retailers, offline and online, to accept crypto. Now, those payments will go through the system of Miracle, and then the switch will convert that crypto if the retailer wants it, and basically send that directly into the bank account of the retailer. Now, because of the infrastructure that Miracle has been building for over 8 years now, it managed to land 4 contracts with the biggest merchant account processing technology platforms in the world, Ingenico, Verifone, Pax, and NCR. They together have over 100 million active accounts that Miracle Pay is set to go out and acquire those accounts with a goal of having 5 million customers over the next 5 years. Also part of this Bellator program, we have Miracle Bank. What is Miracle Bank? Miracle Bank is a crypto to fiat online banking solution. And part of that is you can set up your own virtual IBAN, wire money to yourself, buy crypto, order a preloadable crypto card. So it facilitates the services that are needed for people to maximize their experience in the crypto business. And that happens directly on the Bellator account. And it also is part of the commission structure because all of those activities are fee-based, and those fees are being paid out into the business of Bellator. So we have our CPU node sales, but we also have crypto and banking services that are all commissionable, and that is what the Bellator opportunity is providing for people. Now we have, on the CPU side, we have several different CPUs, Ray. We have a half CPU node, we have a full CPU node, and we have a package of 3 CPU nodes, and then we have the big package of 7 CPU nodes. What is the difference? Well, the bigger you go, the more money you make passively every day for indefinite. So even if you haven't referred anyone to this, right, you can actually make passive income without referrals. Now that kind of changes the game, because we talked about businesses where we were bringing people to come to meetings and everything, and that usually meant that they were buying something, and it usually meant that they would have a daily bill, a monthly bill.
Monthly auto ship.
Called auto ship.
Yeah.
Well, here what's different about this, which makes this business even more perfect. Instead of having a monthly bill, you end up having a monthly income even if you don't bring a single person to Bellator. So we have really an everybody wins business model. Everybody's happy, everybody gets paid every single day. Here's an example of one of the parts to this that's very attractive. Now, when I mentioned to you earlier, Ray, that I was in crypto very early, and I bought Bitcoin and Ethereum very early. Well, I bought Bitcoin at $450, okay? So you buy one, you put it aside, you don't sell it, and today that $450 of my savings account is worth over $100,000. Well, we have our own coin called Phoenix. Phoenix right now is pennies, okay? Now, part of this is that you earn in Phoenix. So we have a plan, and that part of that plan is to drive the value of Phoenix up by having real-world assets purchase our coin with its profits. Now that has an effect on any coin you have. If you have a business that's continuously buying the coin, the price of that coin has a tendency to increase in value.
It puts a true multiplier behind your investment.
Exactly. Now, having your own currency can do really good things for people. So now, right now, the nodes are paying somewhere around $1 a day. That's an ROI of about a year and a half on buying one. Now, what happens is when the currency increases and you hold on to that currency and you save that currency, like it wouldn't have been a good thing for me to sell my Bitcoin at $1,000 because I bought it at $450, but I may have been tempted to do that, right? But if you hold on to it for a while and you create a savings account with Phoenix and you don't sell them, if Phoenix goes to $1, then you make over $2,000 with just one node in 2 years. If it goes to $5, you make over $4,500 off of one node in 2 years. So the Phoenix effect multiplies the earnings if you create a savings account with the token that we use for this business. So there's a referral program here that I mentioned, and in that you can earn direct commissions. We have a 15-level compensation plan. We also have a 2-team structure. We have matching bonuses, and we have rank advancement bonuses. So let me take you through this and show you kind of how exciting this is. So this right here, we could be doing this business with just this, right?
Yeah.
With
totally.
just this.
Absolutely.
Because this is exciting. Now, for someone who refers a person who buys half a node, we pay them $110 that day. Someone who refers someone who buys one node, they get paid $225 that day. 3 nodes, $700 that day. And I just got off the phone call with a friend of mine. He just sold a 7 CPU node. He makes $1,715 today because somebody saw this presentation and wants to buy that package.
It's called adult money.
It's incredible. It's an incredible thing because it's instant and it's anywhere in the world. Now the 15-level pay plan has a lot of reach. What we're seeing here in the future is that People are going to start referring their friends. They're going to start referring their contacts. They're going to refer their friends. They're going to refer their contacts. We're predicting that we will have people with hundreds of thousands of nodes in this 15-level plan that pays them every single day from where? From the crypto casino, online and offline, from Miracle Pay customers, retailers. We may have United Airlines website because someone referred that website to us, and you're getting paid every day from that.
So the nodes go through.
Exactly. So when you go to these retailers and they're buying a jacket, they're buying a watch, or they're buying a car, that commission comes in here, and you can have thousands of people here, which is an absolute amazing thing for leverage. We also have check matching bonuses. So for instance, Ray, if I brought you to the company and you made $1,000 today, and I happen to be a leader rank, I will make $150 from you doing that if I own a CPU node. So the company pays us to bring great people to the company. And you see here the different levels for that. Let's go next. Now, how do you make these ranks difference maker? Simple. Sell 2 nodes. That's a difference maker. And to be a winner, you just need to bring 3 people who become difference maker. That makes you a winner. And to make leader, you need 3 winners on your team. And to make champion, you need 3 leaders on your team. And to make legend, you need 3 champions on your team.
And one of the things I love, we've been in business for less than 60 days. We have over 100 difference makers. Over 100.
In the first 2 months during the holidays, Ray.
During the holidays.
During the holidays.
We already have over a dozen winners.
Yes.
They're cranking.
And there's people that have made more than $10,000 in the first 60 days during the holidays. So this is the most powerful platform. So there is rank advancements. So when you reach winner, you get a one-time bonus of $500. You reach leader, you get a one-time bonus of $2,500. Champion, one-time bonus of $10,000. Legend, one-time bonus of $50,000. And I predict that we will have a legend inside the first 12 months. All right, so here is what we referred to before as the team structure. That is the 2-team, also known as binary. And when I explain to everyone here, the difference maker, you can make up to $100 per day. Winner, you can make up to $200 per day from this team structure. Leader, $1,000 per day or $30,000 a month. Champion, $5,000 a day or $150,000 a month. Legend, $25,000 per day or $750,000 per month. Now, 2-team structure, A and B. When you refer the third one, they either fall in on the C position or the F position, which means that people can share their teams together. So it makes it a little bit easier to make the money. And you can make up to 20% on every sale that happens on either team. So that is a very powerful program because that has no bottom. I can have 100 levels deep. Someone makes a sale. I make $80 off that sale. It's incredible.
True leverage.
So last but not least, and we're very passionate about this. Actually, me and Ray, we started by building a community. And the community effect of this really is felt at our events. The events are designed to build people's life better. The events are designed so that when people go to these events, they make life-changing decisions at the event.
And not only that, but life-changing information. Look at the guest speakers we had on our last event as far as health-wise. I mean, just on that. But we have, what we're proud of is we have one of the top trainers in the entire world that's only contracted to do something called edutainment. He educates while he entertains you, and it's called The View from the Edge, and we're doing it in late September in New Orleans, Louisiana, and it's going to be, unfortunately, it's a big theater. It's like, from 1910, it got refurbished. We only have, it's a theater, so we can't add seats like a conference center. It's 1,400 seats, and we're on our way to sell out already. Get your tickets. We'll have ticket information as we go.
Yeah, and I mean, we've both been to that. I've made life-changing decisions. My life has changed over one weekend, and it's a powerful, powerful presentation that has people laughing, crying, cheering, you know,
the
and
fun
coming
that we
out of
have
there
together.
and the fun.
Yeah.
So that is what the community is. You know, when people are seeing us here being streamed across the world, that's one thing. But to be face to face with our community, it's an amazing thing. It's a family. You know, to wrap this up, when the financial system is changing, there's some really special about that, because cryptocurrency, the people who are involved in that, they see that it's a more fair payment system. It's decentralizing the world of money, and it's taking the power away from the few and giving it to the many.
Yeah.
So not only are we here to offer a business opportunity, Ray, but we're here to actually offer to be part of something that can do something really, really good for the world. And I think our company, with Miracle, has that power to change the world into a place that's more fair, to kind of sort of take the lid off of prosperity and have prosperity be more accessible in every corners of the world. You know, we have people in Africa, we have people in South America, we have partners in Europe, we have partners in the United States, we have partners in Asia, we have partners all over the world. And this community is growing and it's becoming a force to reckon with.
And one of the biggest things I love is that when somebody looks at us, you don't have to be an expert at crypto. You just have to know, hey, crypto's here to stay. I'm with an 8-year-old company. Every time somebody spends money on a merchant terminal or their casino, I make money. That's all I need to know. I don't need to know the ins and outs of
Yes,
things.
exactly.
You know, I mean, it puts true leverage in your life, freedom in your life, and to hook up with an 8-year-old solid company that's about to go public, and you have a ground floor financial opportunity attached to that. I've never seen those two cross, because normally when you see a strong company, the ground floor opportunity is over. When you see a ground floor opportunity, normally you have a ground floor company that you're praying and crossing your fingers it's going to last more than 6 months. Here you have both. I've never seen it before.
Yeah, and they have the benefit of having a company that's been vetted by a government. To get the license that we hold in Netherlands, you have to be vetted by the government for security, background check, banking relationships, anti-money laundering. All of that is the most thorough vetting that you can imagine, that no one can actually do on their own, but that's been done for everyone so they can feel secure that Miracle is real. So again, everyone, thank you for attending. Make sure that you reach out to the person that referred you to this presentation and let them know what you like best about it. Get your questions answered. Register with our website for free, because you can do Miracle Banking there. You can actually get involved in any way that you see fit. But this is a home for you, and this can change your life, your family life, your friend's life. So we thank you for coming today, and we'll see you again. We're here 4 times a day, so come back and see us again. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for attending today's presentation. We're so excited to have shared this opportunity with you. Now, here's your next step. Get back to the person who invited you. They'll provide you with their referral link so you can register for free with Bellator and start earning right away. We're here to support you every step of the way, so don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you again for being with us today. We can't wait to see you again and welcome you to the Bellator family. Your journey starts now.